Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Captain America issue number 1 with this amazing wraparound cover. I absolutely adore this. Okay, I don't actually talk like that, so I'm just going to not do that anymore. Ta-Nehisi Coates, Laniel Francis Yu, Jerry, here comes Alan Gulen, and Sonny Gros. That was easier. Yes, these are the people responsible for this comic book. This is an awesome comic book. Okay, so you guys saw the first 7, 8, the preview pages that you're seeing right now. Yeah, those. That happened, and you get to see that Selene is in this comic book. You get to see that Baron Zemo is in a particularly interesting position. You get to see Captain America in really good form. You get a special guest appearance by the Winter Soldier. You see like 3 or so nukes, and you get to see old woman, like really old woman, Agent 13. General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross is back in this issue. A whole bunch of really good scenes in here, man. Wow, this is good. Like, this comic book is really freaking good. Now, like, how good is it? Here, there's certain aspects of Captain America that you have to touch on in order to tell a good Captain America story. One of them is to understand that Captain America doesn't care about the United States of America specifically as so much as, you know, the politicians or anything like that, because no. So, you know, when you hear that call, oh, will you serve your country? What does that mean? Can you define that, please? What does that mean? A bunch of old people who wouldn't go anywhere near war, most of them at least, the vast majority of them, telling you to go out to war? Like, is that what you mean? No, 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 no. What we mean is, it's not about the country, it's not about the politicians for sure, it's about the dream. That has been a consistent Captain America theme, quite literally, since his creation, Joe Simon and Jack Kirby. Since his inception, that has been Captain America. And for the most part, everybody has consistently written Captain America like that. You will get no different here. You will get no different. Except that you're going to get what seems to be a really compelling story. Now, there's a whole bunch that they're giving in the beginning, and it's amazing. It's amazing. And it takes one hell of a writer, fortunately we have one hell of a writer, who is writing a Captain America comic book where, look, not that this hasn't happened before, and I'm not ready to bring this anywhere near the level of the Ed Brubaker run. No, 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 no. Mr. Coates, you have a long way to go before we get to that. But we also had, like, how many issues, right, of pretty much perfection, the greatest Captain America story, in my humble opinion, that's ever been told, the Ed Brubaker run. Oh my God, the man is legend just because of that. That's like on par with Walt Simonson writing Thor, even if he never wrote anything else, you know, prior or after that. Brubaker, this is wow. So just giving you that heads up. I'm not going to do anything close to that with one lousy issue. No, I'm going to need to see a whole lot more, like 2 years of writing before I can even consider putting it like that. What I will say though is that there is so much written into this first story, and that may seem like it's jam-packed, it's clustered. No, no, no. There's a lot of room to breathe in this comic book, while at the same time, not just every page, not just every panel, but every single word, nothing is wasted. It feels like I'm in a museum and I'm looking at some beautiful, you know, painting where it looks like everything that's on there, not a single brush stroke has been wasted. Am I going a little bit too far with this? I really hope not, because I'm telling you, I was attached to every single word spoken or narrated or thought in this comic book. There wasn't actually that much thinking going on in this comic book. No like thought bubbles that I noticed offhand. But like everything on here, look, this is also important. And this is one of those special things about having a novelist writing here. Look. A lot of people have written a novel in order to get into writing comic books. I get that. That's one of the big secrets, how to get into comic books, how to get Marvel to say, or DC or anybody to say, oh, you want to write a comic book? Go write a novel first. You know what I'm saying? And they won't even tell you that. It'll have to be the smaller people to tell you that. But having somebody who's written novels first and then decided, or been a journalist first and then decided to write comic books, you feel it. You feel it. Look, when you're writing fiction, this is what I've always learned. There's a very precarious precipice in regards to the protagonist. Okay, the main character of the story, you have to walk a very fine line. The main character cannot know much more. All right, there's a little wiggle room there. Cannot know much more than the reader. Otherwise, you lose the reader. The reader feels like, oh, I must be stupid because I don't know what's going on here. The main character knows everything, but I don't know anything. And he's just, elementary, my dear Watson, and everything, like everything is, oh, this is easy. How did you not figure it out? It's just, and here's this big algorithmic, calculus theory in front of you. And it's like, I still don't understand what the F is going on. You're going to lose readers that way. While on the inverse, if you have a character who not only does everybody else know what's going on, that's one thing. You can get away with that. But if the reader understands what's going on, but the main character still doesn't, then the main character looks like an idiot, and you're going to lose the reader. So it's and again, there's wiggle room on both sides. But no wiggle, like I said, no brush stroke was wasted here. Not one letter seems to have been wasted here. This is the perfect balance, okay? You don't know anything more about the story than Captain America does. You don't know anything less about the story than Captain America does. I genuinely felt as if, well, not the physical aspect because I'm older now, but yeah, man, back when I was in the Army, I felt a lot like this, but I generally felt like I was in the shoes or the fringed boots of Captain America in this story, genuinely. And like, I can't tell you, I can't express it better than that. I really felt like I was walking in Captain America's big red fringed boots, talking about, oh yeah, I want more information. Please tell me more. And Agent 13, you know that I'm not allowed to give you information. I can't give you intelligence like that. And he's just like, I know, crap. I gotta figure this stuff on my own. How do I figure this stuff on my own without overstepping my bounds? Well, what General Thunderbolt Ross? Give me a little bit more. What's your role here exactly? We're finding out everything as Steve figures it out. You cannot be in a better position than this book is giving you. You genuinely feel like you're right there in the story. That is not easy to do. I know that from experience. All right, guys. I'm going to call that a wrap. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.